Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday, June 30th, last day of the month. And I wish I could say it was the last day of cat sitting. I've been cat sitting for my friend. I've got 4 rag dolls in my house, and 3 of them decided they were going to create chaos and mayhem from about 2 to 5 this morning. And of course, as soon as I left, they all fell asleep. Anyway, we gotta love our animals. They're adorable no matter what they do to us. Let's get a little more sophisticated. On today's show, we're gonna be talking about ageism and how it's affecting the community with home helpers, and Dwight Brown with his guest, Rebecca Gillard of Community Bridge Builders. Look forward to having a discussion about that and what their plans are for the future to raise awareness. And then later in the show, if you have any auto service or body needs, we've got Mako and Meineke here with Peter Capdeville. Find out some interesting information on how you can take care of your vehicle with him. First, folks, if you have any questions about the village's transition to DirecTV, a new online information hub launches July 1st. Residents can find channel lineups, package details, upgrade options, support resources, and answers to frequently asked questions all in one place. The site also explains optional, premium, sports, and international programming available through DirecTV. For more information on the DirecTV and Ting fiber transition, will continue to be shared in the months ahead. So look into any of those places if you have a question, folks. Let's take a look at our 5-day weather forecast for the village here. We're settling into a classic early summer pattern this week. Of course, we can expect those morning clouds to greet us today and tomorrow before sunshine returns in the afternoons. Highs today around 73 degrees with overnight lows in the upper 50s. Same applies for tomorrow. Then by Thursday, we're hoping that the marine layer is gonna back off, giving us those sunny skies earlier in the day with a high of 75. Friday and Saturday look even warmer, reaching up to 77 degrees under plenty of sunshine skies. So all in all, it's shaping up to be a beautiful start to our 4th of July weekend. Comfortable mornings, warm afternoons, and just a little gentle transition into our summer weather. Sunrise this morning is at 5:44 a.m. Sunset will be at 8:05 p.m. I thought you guys would love this picture. I took it last weekend when I was up in the Napa Valley. This is a Hall winery. So Mrs. Hall was an ambassador to Austria. Her husband built this chandelier from her. It's a grapevine root growing through the ceiling. He bought her a Swarovski crystal for every day that she served as ambassador. If you'd like to send us your photos, please do so. Please email those to us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Please send us your name, where the photo was taken from, and in a horizontal format. We've got just one meeting to tell you about before we head on over to the break, and when we come back, home helpers will be with us.
You know, people ask me about real estate here in the village all the time. I live here, and as a realtor, I know buying and selling in our community is different. There are specific rules and details that really matter. And having someone who truly knows how it works is important. If questions come up for you or someone you know, give me a call. I'm your Laguna Woods Insider. Please call me, Melissa Fort, your Laguna Woods Insider at 949-478-5888, or visit my website.
Have you been feeling not quite like yourself lately? Low mood, brain fog, poor sleep, no focus? At Root Cause Wellness Center, we offer ExoMind, an FDA-cleared treatment for depression, a safe, non-invasive therapy that helps reset your brain with no medication or downtime. Our patients often experience better mood, sharper thinking, deeper sleep, and more energy. It's time to feel like yourself again. Call us today to schedule your complimentary demo with consultations.
Not all car washes are created equal. At LW Car Wash, every vehicle receives a professional hand wash, delivering the attention to detail automated washes simply can't match. From the exterior to the interior, our inside vacuum service helps keep your vehicle looking its best. We finish every wash with a meticulous hand dry clean for a spotless, streak-free shine. Fast, professional, extremely clean. Don't forget to ask about our $4 off discount with any wash package that includes inside services.
Do you or your loved ones want to continue living at home safely, but are starting to see signs of Parkinson's, dementia, Alzheimer's? Maybe it's recent strokes or falls. Having a caregiver at home can be the best way to keep you in home safely. Home Helpers has been providing caregivers for over 25 years. Call us today or join us at Laguna Cafe for free pie and coffee, and we'll answer your questions about caregiving. It's the first Tuesday of every month at 10 a.m., and space goes quickly, so RSVP now.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We are joining forces. Well, my guests are joining forces today. We've got Home Helpers with Dwight Brown and with Community Bridge Builders, Rebecca Gilad.
Hi.
Okay, we're going to find out how you guys hooked up, but the focus of the interview today is on ageism. So I'm going to start with Dwight real quick. Let our viewers know what Home Helpers does, how they can benefit from your services. Just give us a quick rundown on.
Sure. Good morning, and it's nice to be here again. It's
Nice
always
to have
nice.
you.
So Home Helpers is a caregiving company that we service all of Orange County. We provide in-home caregivers for seniors and their families. So anybody that is feeling like they need help at home, whether that's to remain safe, just an extra set of hands, or we help people with bathing, grooming, dressing, after surgeries, maybe people need help. We provide all of those services. We're like another family member that can be there to help and to give people a break.
I love that. Okay, well, thank you so much for just reminding our viewers, what you do. And now I'd really love to find out how you guys joined forces. What was it that brought you two together?
There's a couple answers to that. One is, I try to be involved in the Laguna Woods community in every way that I can. So I actually am the president of a Rotary Club here. I do information sessions at Laguna Cafe every month, and I meet a lot of people that are looking to benefit, make the community better. How can the community benefit from what they do? And somebody reached out to me about community bridge builders, that it would be something that I'm interested in, especially when it comes to my caregivers and how the way we talk and interact with the seniors that we're taking care of can be just as important as the care we're providing. So that's how we connected.
Interesting. Wonderful. Well, Rebecca, very nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And joining with Dwight here at Home Helpers. You're focusing on a lot of isms. I know we had a little conversation prior to going live. So I'd like to kind of get a little bit behind the scenes and explain how those isms have stacked on each other and what has brought you here today.
Well, thanks to both of you. And yes, Community Bridge Builders were a group that got together to fight against bias, prejudice, and bigotry, etc. And we started by looking at the usual racism, anti-Semitism, homophobia, etc. But living in this community, we started to notice that there is also ageism. We live in a community that we are protected. We protect each other, and we're protected from isms outside. But we notice that there is ageism within.
And what does that mean, Rebecca?
It means that there are stereotypes, and that's what we think. There are prejudices, how we feel. And then there is discrimination, and that's how we act. And if you put all this together, it's discrimination, prejudice, and bigotry against the older people. Of course, you can say ageism against adolescents. Every age has its prejudices against, but against the older. And then we notice that within ourselves, that are issues, ideas that we grew up with, that we internalize, and then we act on them, and it happens here. Against one, against the other. For example, if you go to a rock concert, who is all the way to the front? The youngins among the elderly, and then the old are pushed backwards. That's something that you don't notice unless you're paying attention. So we developed this program where we train people, and we created a video with Channel 6 that is all about stories, vignettes about what is ageism. And we take it out to the world, and we do it here. And what is our goal? We can't change the world, but we can make people aware. And you cannot fight something unless you're aware of that problem. So we want to make people aware of what do they feel towards others, but most importantly, what do they feel about themselves? So for example, in my case, the first time I noticed that I went to a restaurant and the waiter or waitress was speaking to my children about what do I want to eat, I couldn't believe it. It was like, okay, one moment. Is this happening? I became invisible one day. And that's very hard to take. And if you're aware of it, what can you do? Excuse me, I'm here. May I tell you what I want? Or when you go to a doctor and then, oh, doctor, this hurts, or I can't see well. And the doctor says, don't worry, Rebecca, it's because of your age. Well, maybe yes and maybe not.
Interesting. So really, I mean, it starts internally, right? So it's whatever we are seeing outside, internalizing it, projecting it.
From age 3.
Yeah, it's sort of in the human DNA, I think. I mean, because we all do it, and we do it to ourselves, and we do it to others, right? Even if it's on a subconscious level.
Yeah.
So I think it's really something to bring awareness to as you are, right?
Yeah.
And then when you use the word fight, you know, that seems like it's almost counterintuitive to bringing peace, right?
Yeah.
So I think a better way of looking at it is how are we just sort of opening our arms and just being loving and warm toward each other. Yeah. And, you know, no one would have ever thought that at your example of your concerts, that the younger people would be in front. I mean, was that something that just you saw that happen? I mean, that is.
Well, you can see it. When I was doing my internship for school, I saw it for the first time in a long-term community. People in the dining room, people that were in wheelchairs or walkers were not welcome to sit in the tables where others did not. But if I may, if you look at Orange County, today, more than 17% of the population in Orange County is 65 years and older. It is projected that in 20 to 30 years, we're going to move from being 18% to being 35% in Orange County, while in the rest of California, 33%. So are we ready for that? Are we ready for that?
You know, I had heard a podcast, a young lady started her podcast when she was, I think, 40. She's now 48. And she had gotten a text on her birthday, on her 40th birthday, said, get ready to be invisible. And she said, are you kidding me? That's never going to happen. So it is starting at a younger and younger age, too, yes. Right? People are becoming aware. Why do you think there's such an emphasis on staying youthful or staying under 40 or you know, it just, there seems to be such a divide, you know, and especially when you're involved in communities like this. You don't really see it on the outside, but when you're on the inside, right, that's where you really notice it.
What were the first stories you heard when you were a child? Snow White or Hansel and Gretel? The bad woman, the witch, was the old lady. Always. Age 3, according to the research, the children start to interpret that. When you look at the history of the witch hunt, who were the most people burned? Older women.
Interesting.
It is, look at the media, look at the ads from how many years ago. Your husband will leave you if you don't look whatever, young, or defy age. We cannot fight aging. You should look good because you want to look good given the conditions.
Right.
30% of all older people are disabled in some way in terms of eyesight, hearing, walking, and that's when Dwight and his people come in.
Well, I think what's important here too is we're here to help.
Exactly.
And Rebecca and I, when we first met, talked a little bit about, do caregivers when they're speaking with clients, do they talk down to the client? Is there a tendency that when we're taking care of somebody to treat them like a child or to talk to them like a child, right? To do baby talk or, and you're an adult, a senior, you should be respected, not treated in a way that makes you feel like you're dependent on me, or right. But it's just we create these patterns, and then I think to part of Rebecca's point, we live that pattern. So when you are treated like you are dependent, you act more dependent, right? And if you're treated like, so how many older people go to the concert and think, I should sit in the back because I'm older. Is that right? So we define those patterns and then we start acting that way.
Yeah.
So, and we don't, as caregivers, we're here to help. We're not here to make people dependent. We want to make your life as good as you want it to be.
And
right?
you're extending the independency, right? Right,
Yes.
because that's ultimately the goal.
That's the goal. Mm-hmm.
All
There
right,
is
you guys.
even a term for what Dwight just talked about, and it's elder speak.
Elder speak.
Well, unfortunately, I got to cut you off there. You have your sessions on
That's
the
right.
7th. All
Yeah,
right.
next Tuesday, first Tuesday of every month at Laguna Cafe. I pay for breakfast and coffee.
All right, you guys. We got to get out of here, but thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back with Mako after these messages. Stay with me.
Ready to get your Ting fiber internet installed? If you live within these gates, you're eligible to schedule your installation now. Enjoy installation and equipment at no cost to you. Don't wait. Call our Ting scheduling line at 714-263-1826 today to get connected. For more information and helpful ways to stay connected in your community, visit Ting's Laguna Woods Village page.
At South Orange County Community College District, learning never retires. At Saddleback College and Irvine Valley College, our emeritus programs help adults 55 and older stay active, connected, and inspired through lifelong learning. From fitness and wellness to art, technology, and enrichment classes, there's something for everyone. Education isn't just about earning a degree, it's about living fully at every stage of life. Discover your next chapter today at SOCCCD.
At Petwell Clinic, your local fast relief pet care clinic, there's no waiting days for an appointment. Just walk in when your pet needs care. From the moment you arrive, you'll feel our commitment to openness and service excellence. You remain by your pet's side throughout their visit, and all charges are clearly explained, so there are no surprises at checkout. Serving Laguna Woods Village, we are committed to kind and accessible pet care. Petwell Clinic, your most convenient option for quality pet care.
For years, Meineke has proudly served the Laguna Woods community. At our auto repair shop in Lake Forest, we offer a variety of services and repairs so that you can count on Meineke for all of your vehicle's needs. Whether it's a regular tune-up or more significant damage, our technicians are here to deliver top-quality workmanship. When you visit us, we'll ensure quick and efficient service so you can get back to your day without delay. Visit us today for unparalleled service.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. I've got Peter Capdeville with me. He's with Meineke and Mako. He's got both of them. He wants to focus on Meineke today because you've got a lot of specials that you'd like to share with the community.
Correct.
Welcome, Peter.
Thank you. Thanks for having
It's
me.
nice to have you back. How's it going over there?
We're pretty busy, especially with the Mako Meineke. We'd like to get more customers since we're kind of new. We're coming up to our 1-year anniversary since we opened up Meineke.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Mako, Meineke's been in business for over 50 years, but here in Lake Forest, we just opened up a year ago. So I'm still trying to build up clientele.
Okay, well, give us a little bit of a background on Meineke. It's a service solution for your autos, right?
Correct. Meineke is a mechanical shop. We do anything that could go wrong with your car. We do maintenance, preventive maintenance. We work on air conditioning, tires, brakes, oil changes, anything
So
that has to do
anything
with your car.
under the body, right?
Correct.
Because Mako is auto body.
Auto
is
body and
anything
paint.
outside.
Correct.
Right, so that's how we can remember and.
Correct. At the accident, we work with insurance companies, and Mako also we do complete paint jobs with a lot of the, cars that are 5 years and older. They're already getting faded, so we can do complete paint jobs for a very reasonable price compared to other auto body shops.
And it's something that, if anybody was unfortunate enough to actually be in an accident, both of your shops can service that vehicle in one fell swoop, right?
Correct.
Because you can do the service, anything that's
We do-
internally damaged as well as external
If
damage.
there's any mechanical issue with the car because of the accident, we're right there. One-stop shop. We can do everything under one roof. So.
And you're very centrally located, right, to the community here, right?
We're in Lake Forest. We're about a couple miles from here. You bring your car in, and we give you a ride home, and we can come and pick you up again. We have a nice waiting area in there if you want to wait for your tires change or oil change. We have a nice waiting room with TVs in there, coffee, and all that stuff, so to make it more comfortable.
Okay.
But if the car is going to stay a little bit longer in there, we can give you a ride home and come and pick you up when it's ready.
That's great. That's great. So what specials are you running?
Right now we have oil change specials. Synthetic, we have it for $39.95, semi-synthetic $39.95, and then we have the $79.95 for the full synthetic. Every car is different, so sometimes you have the high-end cars that take more oil and all that. So this one you have up to a certain amount, but we're definitely way cheaper than taking your car to a dealership.
Is that
for
right?
for the same service. We provide 30, 60, 90,000 mile service on it for again preventive service for the cars. So and the price is probably going to be half the price of the dealer. You don't have to take it to a dealer. You don't lose your warranty by not taking it to the dealer.
Not for an oil change.
Correct.
Yeah, for everything else you might. But so what's your recommendation as far as how often people should have their car serviced, have their oil changed, have their tires rotated? Is there a
Usually-
general rule for that?
Oil changes, 5,000 miles. Some people said that their car is good for 10,000. Yeah, the oil change is not that expensive. The more often you change the oil, the better your engine is going to be. The cleaner is going to run all the time. So oil changes like that. And when you bring the car for an oil change, we check everything in your car. If there's anything wrong, we're going to be taking pictures. We're going to take videos. We'll send them to you, and we'll show you what needs attention, what you can do a little bit longer, use it longer. I'm the type of person that if they tell me I still have 20% on my brakes, I want to use my 20%, right? Why change it right now? So we'll tell you all that. Whatever it's good, whatever you need right away. Everything is documented, and like I said, with pictures and videos. So it's not like upselling just because.
Right. Now, you've had Mako there in that location for a few years.
15 years.
15 years. So why did you decide to add Meineke to that?
Because Mako and Meineke belong to the same parent company, which is Driven Brands. They're both franchises. And since I'm already familiar with how that franchise works and all that, and I figure in the same lot, we having both shops is, like I said, convenient for our customers.
Right.
One-stop shop.
Right.
Come for some body work and paint, we offer, you want us to check your car, or you bring it for an oil change and there's a dent in there, give you an estimate for the dent.
Have you noticed that's been really helpful to the residents here?
It has because a lot of people don't know that there's a mechanic. There's a lot of mechanics around, but where are you going to take it? One of the good things with Meineke and Mako is a nationwide warranty.
Oh, is that right?
So if you're traveling to Vegas and your car breaks down over there, it's something that we fix. And here, Meineke in Vegas, there's Meinekes all over the United States.
That's really
Especially in
good to
Vegas.
know.
In Vegas, there's probably like 30 of them. So we do a lot of warranty work from Vegas. People travel to Vegas and they'll break down over there. They'll fix it, and if anything goes wrong, we'll take care of them in here. So you don't have to go to the same shop, if it's too far away.
Wow, that's really good to know.
And with Mako, the same thing. If you were to move from here to another state, and your paint starts fading, something that Mako did, you go to a Mako at the other state, and they'll take care of it.
Okay.
So that's a big advantage that we have over other shops.
So, Peter, speaking of Mako, what's the biggest mistake that people might make if they were to find themselves in a fender bender?
Biggest mistake is rather would just take their cars to where their insurance company tells them to take it. They don't have to go there. They have the right to take their car anywhere they want. And the insurance companies have to make good for it.
Wonderful, thank you.
They have their own shops that's going to charge them cheaper, so they want to send you over there, but you don't have to.
And they're probably going to take the difference. So when do you know when a scratch is just cosmetic or when there's something more that you should actually look in and get fixed?
Something that I tell my customers is there's a little scratch. You know what your fingernail, if it catches your fingernail, it needs to be painted. If it doesn't, it can be cleaned out. A lot of people bring their cars because they scrape the wall and it looks all white, and all we have to do is just clean that up, and that's it. Because it's the paint from the wall transferring to the car, not the other way around.
Exactly.
So a lot of times it's just a quick cleanup, and a lot of times when they come in like that, we don't even charge for that. We clean it up.
Oh, that's great. All right. Well, we'll encourage all of the residents to go see you over there at Mako Meineke. Peter, thank you so much for joining me today.
Okay, thank you. And we're going to be running some specials right now for our anniversary on everything. For all the residents in here, they get 10% off on any service that they get.
Wonderful. Well, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take a quick look at our 5-day forecast. We're going to reach a high of about 73 today. Lows are hovering in the upper 50s. Just probably going to break 60 here by the late weekend. Also by that late weekend, 4th of July, we're looking at a high of 77 degrees, hopefully under clear skies, so those fireworks really pop and shine and sparkle. Tomorrow on this day, we'll have recreation update and Polly's Pies. You're going to want to head over there for a quick bite. That's going to do it for this episode of This Day from all of us here. We wish yours a beautiful one. See you tomorrow.